Hey everybody. Now if you can hear that weird noise in the background, it's my cat snoring and I apologise profusely, but it's what he does. Alright, today I am going to make a blend of my own. It's a man scent, so I'm going to do blues with a splash of yellow in the middle. I've got my oils mixed ready to go. I haven't put the coconut milk in because I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. When you buy, if you make coconut milk or goat milk soap like I do, I use half water, half of the milk, right? So my recipe calls for 300 grams of water, so I use 1-to-1 ratio of my lye, which has got 150 grams of water in it. This has got the other 150 grams of water in it with the coconut. And what I do is I don't use the tin stuff, because the tin stuff only has, I think the highest you can get is about 50% coconut. I use this powder milk stuff. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, you can see that. It comes in sachets. There's none left because I've mixed up too much. But this has actually got 94% coconut milk in it, right? So that's way higher than any of the others. So this is what I use. I use distilled water, not tap water. I use tap water in my lye because it doesn't seem to make any difference. But I always use distilled water in this because it goes in after. So I just like to use the distilled water. I'm sure there's a real reason for it, but who knows. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you that. So I'm going to throw in my coconut milk and give it a whirl. Got the Avengers helping me out today. I always have some superhero helping me. It's because I only have stupid powers, not superpowers, so. And I have lots of stupid powers. That spoon can go over in the next lot of coconut milk. Alrighty. To mix my coconut milk into my oils with my stick blender before I put the lye in, because I like to mix as little as possible with the stick blender once the lye goes in, because as I've told you before, or if you've not seen my videos before, I only like to mix to emulsification. I don't like to mix to trace, so I've got more time to do things like anything really. And some of these fragrances will take you to trace really, really fast. So if you can hold it off as long as possible, you have more time to work. So that kind of makes sense, don't you reckon? You'll find I'm less concerned with bubbles than most other people's videos, because my stick blender puts bubbles in my mixture anyway, so I don't care anymore. Sick of caring, because otherwise, you know, I have to keep buying more and more stick blenders, and I'm really, really sick of searching for the perfect stick blender. So as you can see, there's nothing on the surface. So that means it's not at trace yet, it's only emulsified. So there's my very manly mixture here. It's got, I won't tell you everything it's got in there, but it's got Drakkar, which is my favourite 80s aftershave, which is very dated now, but and the reason it's so very, very yellow is it's also got dragon's blood in it, which is a first for me because I don't like it. But I'm not the one that's going to be using the soap. So I thought I'd give it a whirl and see how it goes. It's also got some vanillas and a few other bits and pieces in there. So we'll see how it goes anyway. I have no idea if it's going to race to trace. If it does, it does. I'll be right. I'm sure. It does smell quite nice. Actually, you can smell the dragon's blood, but it's got a vanilla base tone, so it's the dragon's blood's not that's why I really don't like dragon's blood, because it's just it's too overpowering. And I've walked off while I'm talking again, which I have a tendency to do. All right, so I'm going to do a little yellow streak, so I'm not going to need a lot of that. I'm going to do 2 blues. I have no idea what I'm doing here, so just bear with me because I'm just making this up as I go. I get these, all my micas from my Mica Obsession, and Amanda is amazing. She always sends these little samples, which I never use them. I've got a whole bunch of them sitting over there that I just never use, so today I thought I might use them. So, and they're 2 blues that I don't actually have as well, so these are my blues. This one is Blue Heaven, and it's honestly, it's divine. It's just like a nice pretty blue, like a medium blue, but it's got a green shimmer to it, so it should be quite nice, I think. And this one is Blueberry Delight, and it's very blueberry. Can you see that? No, you can't. Move over so you can have a look at this. That is an absolute gorgeous colour. There you go. Have a go at that. How nice is that? And I'm going to chuck a bit of Wellington in this one, which Wellington is my go-to for yellow. I never use a different yellow. I don't know why. I just like this one enough. If it's not broken, why change it? So. Oh, yeah, right, okay. We won't be fun. Yeah, that's thickened up already. Holy cow. Holy cow. I think it's a bit unlikely I was going to do what I'm going to do, what I was going to do. Wow, that was a little hard to spit out because that is so ridiculously thick. Yeah, that's not happening. All right, plan B is, I don't even know what plan B is. Plan B is pour it in the mould, pretty much, I think. And yes, I know I should have mixed the yellow first. Shush. There's all other soap makers out there be saying, oh, you dickhead, you should have mixed the soap yellow first. And I'll be like, yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. Alrighty, let's just, holy cow, righto. What am I going to do with this then? I was planning on doing a side pour and doing layers, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's go over here, shall we? Let's have a little look at this. Can you see me? You can see me. I have these little marks on the side of the bench where I'm supposed to stay between so that the camera can see. Yeah, nah, never happens. I never stay within the marks because I forget about them, especially when I start to panic like this, because I have to tell everyone I'm a panic soaper. There's just not a lot of difference in these colours, so we'll see what happens. Alright, what I might do, because this is so thick, I don't think I'm going to fart around with it too much. I think what I might do is I might just do a layer of this blue and throw it around the room. Alright, there we go. I'll do a layer of that blue. And then, because it's nice and thick, I don't have to worry about it too much. Look at that. Look how thick that is already. That's insane. Jeez. Wow. Still, it's too heavy. of this. Come on. Come out, come out. You can come out. Smells really good. Probably not going to look real crash up, but it smells really good. Now, well, whatever. I'm not doing this real flat. I have a tendency to like layers that are layered rather than really, really flat. If I was going to do really, really flat layers, what I would do is I would make my lye and oils up, and then I'd split them, and then I would wait until one layer had not set but was hard enough to take another layer and keep it very fluid, and then that way your layers will be really, really straight. But while I appreciate the design and the intricacy that goes into doing it, I prefer lumpy layers. I just think they look more natural. I prefer the really, really straight layers in melt and pour soap, because you can get it to look amazing in melt and pour. My voice is very gravelly today. I don't know what's going on there, but sorry about that. I know you have a hard time hearing me at the best of times because I don't talk loud enough, but I don't really want the neighbours to think I'm completely insane, because I'm pretty sure they think that mostly anyway. You know, which is kind of true, so. Alrighty, hurry up, so move faster. I'm not sure where that went. That flicked up and went across the room somewhere. Alright, that was pretty good. Whoa! Yep, flicking soap everywhere because I'm rushing now. Alright, then what colour? I can't hear you. You didn't tell me what colour. This one. Alright, this one. Holy God, it's just like solid. Wow. Stunning how fast this moved. I'm going to assume that's a dragon's blood hat. Like I said, I've never worked with it before, so. But I think I remember the Drakkar moved a little fast last time too, so it could be that as well. Yeah, it's all good. You watch it. When it's always funny, if you don't soap, you don't know this, but usually the ones that you think are going to look really crappy are the ones that turn it. You cut them and you go, oh my God, they look so good. I'll have to turn it around, I'm sorry, because I need to get into this corner. Ugh. Alright, that's about all I'm going to get out of that. Ugh. Made a mess already. And this one, which looks like it's completely set over here. Wow. There you go. Look at that. You see that? It's slowly falling over, but only slowly. And see, what if I had to mix this to trace, I'd be so screwed right now. Seriously, I would be so screwed. This would be so thick and hard that I wouldn't be able to do anything with it. That's what I'd be doing. At the start, I would have been going like that. So this is why you mix to emulsification. You can always mix things further. You can't ever take them back. It's like mean words. You can always say less, but you can't take it back when it comes out of your gob. I should learn that. I'm terrible for that. Oh, dearie me. I can't believe how thick this went. Am I bouncing you about? Probably. I'm sorry. Well, at least I get to do a nice textured top on this. I suppose that's something. Which is what I was planning on doing anyway. I just figured I'd have to wait, but there'll be no waiting today. The advantage of doing textured tops is, ta-da! I don't have to make it look pretty on the top because you're not going to see it in a minute. Alright. Smell me's. For those of you who have never watched my videos before, I wrap my soap in shrink wrap so you can't actually smell it, and people for some reason try and pick up the plastic and smell through it, so I now make these little critters to so people can smell the soap. Ah! And they seem to appreciate it, so you know, I don't mind doing it because I've adjusted my recipe so that I've always got soap left over, and I'll put it in different moulds, but I always make sure that I have enough for at least one of these. Sometimes I make 2 or 3, depends on what I'm doing. Oh, just get off, will you? God, get off! Whatever, just go away. Apparently I'm not in patient mode today, moving these, because I have these that have been sitting around for a while now, and I'm sick to death of waiting for the right soap, so I'm just going to throw this in here, in one of them anyway, and we'll see what happens. Usually you don't put thick soap in things like this because it never ever goes in all the little corners, and there'll be air bubbles and whatnot, so this is probably really stupid, but yeah, well, whatever. I'm pretty stupid, so it's okay, you know. Just goes with, as I said before, I have stupid powers. Ta-da! This is my stupid power for the day. Alright, you can go over there. And waste not, want not. I'm sure I can get another little one of these out of this. Possibly. Or not. No, it's okay. It'll be a nice little tester I can test in the shower. I do like to use every single soap that I make. I like to try at least once. Just, you know, I mean, it's the same recipe all the time, so there's really not a lot of change. Well, it's not the same recipe. I have 3 different recipes, but like one for coconut milk, one for goat's milk, and one for vegan soap. So yeah, so it's not like the soap's going to feel any different just because it's got different scents in it, but I don't know, I like to try it because if it feels really awful, I can just, you know, throw it away. I haven't had to do that yet, so. Okay. Nice. Right, let's texture the top of the other one. I can go over there because I'll be using that again momentarily. You'll be getting quite a few videos today. Although I suppose you won't know they're the same day, but I will. I apologise for the light today as well. It's very overcast. Apparently we've got a line of storms coming. But it was such a perfect soapy day. And I haven't soaped for 2 weeks and I miss it so much. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to soap today. Plus I'm hours out of this soap anyway, so I had to restock it. I actually have a request for it, so. Alrighty. That back for a sec. Ugh, no, I think I'll use a new one. Alright. I'm not going to put any glitter on this because it's a man soap. While some men appreciate glitter, some don't, so I can just glitter the other soaps. There you have it. That is what I call my Cowboy Johnathan, although I may rename it now, but when I originally made it, it was because I'm a massive Cowboys fan and Johnathan Thurston is the best football player in the whole entire world. And so yeah, Cowboy Johnathan. Alright, bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Hi guys. Back to cut my man soap. I am completely and utterly unimpressed with the colour. Maybe if I had have used more instead of just a little tester, I don't know, but anyway, this is the colour it has become, so this is the colour it now is, and that's that. Yeah, it's not very exciting. Pretty sure you don't even really want to see this one. Seriously, it's unexciting. It gelled, you can see the gel. See how it's lighter here? There's a dark ring. That means it gelled. The little white spots are probably fat from the coconut milk. It does tend to do that at times. But that doesn't seem to happen as much with the goat's milk, but I use liquid goat's milk, so for some reason the powdered one, even no matter how much you mix it up, tends to do that anyway. So yeah, that's it. Pretty sure you don't want to see any more of this, do you? Because it's pretty boring. This one's just... yeah, alright. Bye.